In today's fast-paced digital world, remote work has become more than just a modern convenience. It's now an essential part of how businesses operate. The ability to work from anywhere, whether it's a home office, a coffee shop, or even across continents, has transformed the way teams collaborate and get things done. At the heart of this transformation is RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. This powerful tool allows employees to securely connect to their work computers and access files, applications, and resources as if they were sitting right at their desks, no matter where they are in the world. Think of RDP as a digital doorway, granting access to your company's most sensitive data and critical systems. It's a bridge that links remote workers to the core of the business. When used with strong security measures like multi-factor authentication and encrypted connections, RDP can be a safe and reliable gateway for employees to do their jobs efficiently. However, if RDP is left unprotected or poorly configured, it becomes a glaring vulnerability. Cybercriminals are constantly scanning the internet for open RDP ports, looking for easy targets to exploit. The very same tool that empowers remote workforces can also be weaponized by hackers, giving them the keys to take over entire networks, steal data, and disrupt business operations. In this script, we'll dive into how attackers specifically target RDP, the sophisticated methods they use to break in, and the devastating consequences that can follow a successful breach, from data loss to financial ruin. For any business that relies on remote access, understanding these risks isn't just important, it's absolutely crucial. Awareness is the first step toward building a strong defense. The ongoing tension between convenience and security lies at the very heart of RDP's story. Striking the right balance is a challenge every organization must face. As remote work continues to expand, many companies overlook even the most basic protections, unintentionally creating a massive attack surface that cybercriminals are eager to exploit. Ultimately, securing RDP isn't just a technical task for the IT department, it's a business survival priority that demands attention from every level of leadership. RDP, or Remote Desktop Protocol, developed by Microsoft, is a powerful tool that allows you to control a remote computer from anywhere in the world. With RDP, it feels as if you're sitting right in front of the remote machine, even if it's miles away. This technology is absolutely vital for IT support teams, enabling them to troubleshoot and resolve issues without being physically present. It's also a game changer for remote work, letting employees access powerful office computers, specialized software, and important files from the comfort of their own homes or while traveling. Employees can use RDP to connect to office systems, run resource-intensive applications, and transfer large files seamlessly, all without needing to be in the office. This means work can continue uninterrupted no matter where team members are located. This flexibility allows businesses to hire talent from around the globe, collaborate across time zones, and maintain productivity even during unexpected events like natural disasters or public health emergencies. For many small businesses, RDP offers a cost-effective and scalable remote access solution, eliminating the need for expensive hardware or complex infrastructure. However, this incredible convenience comes with significant risk, especially when RDP is left exposed directly to the internet without proper safeguards. During the rapid shift to remote work, many companies enabled RDP access in a hurry, often skipping essential security steps in the process. This opened thousands of digital doors to attackers, making it easier for cybercriminals to exploit weak points and gain unauthorized access. RDP's widespread use and the speed at which it was deployed have made it a prime target for cybercriminals who constantly scan the internet for vulnerable servers to attack. The very tool that keeps businesses running smoothly can also put them in jeopardy if not properly secured, threatening sensitive data and business operations. Understanding how RDP works and the risks involved is the crucial first step to securing your digital office and protecting your organization from potential threats. RDP grants high-level access. If breached, attackers get full control of a system. With RDP, hackers can steal files, disable security, and move laterally across networks. RDP is built into most Windows systems, often enabled by default. Many businesses use weak passwords or skip updates, leaving RDP dangerously exposed. Hacked RDP credentials are sold cheaply on the dark web, fueling ransomware and other attacks. Attackers also exploit software flaws, like the infamous Bluekeep vulnerability, to take over systems without passwords. Even when patches are released, many organizations are slow to update, leaving a window for mass exploitation. The combination of high access, widespread use, and frequent misconfiguration makes RDP irresistible to cybercriminals. Protecting RDP is critical to defending your digital office. Hackers are always on the lookout for vulnerable RDP servers, and they use a systematic approach to hunt for these open doors. Their first step is to deploy powerful port scanners, specialized tools designed to sweep across the internet, searching for devices that might be left exposed. These scanners can probe thousands of IP addresses in just minutes, looking for any sign of weakness. One of the main things they look for is a response on RDP's default port, 3389. If a device answers on this port, it's a strong indicator that remote desktop protocol is enabled and potentially accessible from anywhere in the world. Tools like Shodan make this process even easier. Shodan is a search engine for internet-connected devices, and it can instantly reveal thousands of exposed RDP endpoints worldwide. With just a few clicks, hackers can generate lists of potential targets, sorted by country, organization, or even vulnerability. Once they have a list, attackers dig deeper. They gather information about each target, researching company details, employee names, and even recent news to prioritize organizations that might be more valuable or likely to pay a ransom. The entire process is highly automated and relentless. Sophisticated scripts run around the clock, constantly scanning for newly exposed servers. In many cases, a server that becomes vulnerable can be discovered by attackers within just minutes of going online. These lists of open RDP servers are valuable commodities. On criminal forums and dark web marketplaces, hackers buy, sell, and trade access to these endpoints, fueling a cycle of ongoing attacks and breaches. Once a target is identified, hackers attempt to break in by probing for weak passwords or exploiting outdated software. Automated brute force attacks can try thousands of password combinations in seconds, hoping to find an easy way in. For cybercriminals, it's all about the numbers. They scan millions of devices, knowing that even if only a small percentage are vulnerable, that's still thousands of potential victims. This constant, automated scanning creates a background noise of threats for every business connected to the internet. IT teams must stay alert, as attacks can come at any time, from anywhere in the world. If your RDP is exposed to the internet, it's not a question of if you'll be targeted, but when. The odds are stacked against you unless you take action. That's why vigilance and proper configuration are absolutely essential. Regularly updating your systems using strong passwords and limiting RDP access can make all the difference in keeping your network secure. Brute force attacks are a favorite method for breaking into RDP servers. Automated programs try thousands of password combinations, exploiting weak or common choices. Attackers use massive dictionaries of passwords, sometimes tailored to the target's industry or company name. Weak passwords remain a top vulnerability, despite years of warnings. Even one employee's simple password can compromise an entire network. To avoid detection, hackers use botnets to distribute attacks, making them look like legitimate login attempts from around the world. This low and slow approach is hard to spot and block. Brute force attacks exploit human nature, our tendency to choose easy-to-remember passwords. Without strong password policies and account lockouts, RDP servers are sitting ducks. The solution starts with better password hygiene and layered security. Sophisticated attackers exploit vulnerabilities in RDP software itself, not just weak passwords. Flaws like Bluekeep have allowed hackers to take over systems without any credentials. When a new vulnerability is discovered, hackers race to exploit unpatched systems before organizations can update. Zero-day exploits, unknown to the vendor, are especially dangerous, offering attackers undetectable access. There's a thriving black market for these exploits, making them valuable weapons for cybercriminals. Even the most security-conscious organizations can fall victim if a zero-day is used. The lesson: patch RDP systems immediately, and never assume you're safe just because you use strong passwords. Software flaws are an ever-present threat that requires constant vigilance. A successful RDP attack can devastate a business. Attackers use compromised servers to move laterally, gaining control over entire networks. Ransomware is a common outcome. Critical files are encrypted, and operations grind to a halt. Attackers often steal sensitive data before deploying ransomware, using it for double extortion. The financial and reputational damage can be crippling, especially for small businesses. Recovery is costly, requiring experts, rebuilding systems, and restoring data. Many businesses never fully recover from an RDP-initiated breach. The stakes couldn't be higher. One weak link can bring down an entire organization. Real-world attacks show the danger of unsecured RDP. Atlanta's 2018 ransomware attack started with a weak RDP password, costing the city millions. Norsk Hydro, a global company, suffered massive losses after attackers used RDP to spread ransomware across 170 sites. Small businesses are frequent victims. One weak password can lead to total data loss and closure. Attackers are patient and persistent, exploiting the same weaknesses across organizations of all sizes. The criminal ecosystem around RDP is robust and profitable. The method of entry is often the same, only the scale of damage changes. These stories are a clear warning. Exposed RDP is a direct path to disaster. Securing RDP is not optional, it's essential for survival. Learn from these breaches or risk becoming the next headline. RDP is powerful, but its convenience comes with serious responsibility. Unsecured RDP is a wide-open door for attackers. Hackers use simple, well-known techniques: scanning, brute force, and exploiting unpatched flaws. The consequences range from ransomware shutdowns to devastating data leaks. Protecting against these threats starts with the basics: strong, unique passwords and multi-factor authentication. Always apply security patches promptly, and never expose RDP directly to the internet if you can avoid it. Use secure gateways like VPNs to add another layer of protection. The weakest link, often an exposed RDP port, can bring down your entire business. Everyone from leadership to IT to end users must take responsibility for security. In cybersecurity, locking the digital door is a battle you can't afford to lose.